Hi everyone, I'm Amy Wilhelmy, and this is Healing is a Messy Bitch, and this is the place where we stop pretending that healing is linear, cute, tidy, and we start talking about what it actually takes to feel safe in love. And today we're diving into one of the biggest truths in attachment science. You cannot talk someone into feeling safe. Safety isn't a thought, it's a psychological state. Your brain and your body and your nervous system decides whether love feels comforting or dangerous long before logic even enters the room. So today we're going to break down why safety is the foundation of love, how trauma disrupts it, and how therapies like EMDR, EFT, and CAP help people finally feel secure in their relationships again. From birth, attachment is about one thing: survival through connection. A baby's brain organizes around the caregiver, their presence, their tone, their touch. And when care is consistent and attuned, the infant learns the world is safe. People are safe. I am safe. But when care is chaotic, inconsistent, or frightening, the brain adapts in the opposite direction. Connection is unpredictable. I need to protect myself. This isn't personality, it's neurobiology. Trauma literally reshapes the structures that regulate emotion, the amygdala, hippocampus, and the prefrontal cortex, and disrupts the neurochemistry of bonding, especially oxytocin. So for some people, intimacy registers as comfort, and for others, it lights up the same alarm system as threat. There is nothing wrong with them. Their system is doing exactly what it is trained to do. The amygdala, the alarm center in trauma survivors, the amygdala becomes hypersensitive. It detects danger in emotional distance, conflict, even affection. People with anxious attachment often live in chronic amygdala activation. They anticipate rejection before it even happens, and people with avoidant attachment do the opposite. The brain suppresses awareness altogether. Disconnection becomes a survival strategy. The prefrontal cortex, the regulator, this is the part of the brain that is responsible for logic, empathy, impulse control. And when early stress is high, the PFC doesn't get to develop fully. The child learns to survive, not reflect. Therapy, the right therapy, strengthens the pathway between the prefrontal cortex and the amygdala, which allows people to pause, regulate, and stay emotionally present instead of reacting. The oxytocin system, safety, not the love hormone. Oxytocin helps us feel calm, connected, trusting, and trauma disrupts the oxytocin system. Touch becomes threatening, eye contact becomes overwhelming, and the body stops associating closeness with safety. Healing means restoring oxytocin flow through co-regulation, attunement, and safe relational experiences. Prolonged exposure to stress hormones, especially cortisol, changes the architecture of the developing brain. The amygdala grows bigger, the hippocampus shrinks. The bridge between hemispheres thins. In adulthood, this shows up as hypervigilance, emotional shutdown, conflict sensitivity, difficulty trusting or being vulnerable, and as I've written before, relational trauma is chronic misfire of the attachment system. It's the body rehearsing danger even in the presence of care. But here's the good news. The brain remains plastic throughout life. And with safety, attunement, and the right therapeutic conditions, the nervous system can learn something new. Every effective trauma therapy works by activating neuroplasticity. EMDR helps the brain reprocess old memories so the nervous system stops reacting to them as if they're happening right now. Bilateral stimulation reduces amygdala activation and increases prefrontal control. Clients often say the memory is still there, but it doesn't hijack me anymore. EFT, or emotionally focused therapy, works through co-regulation. It helps partners to respond to each other in ways that calm the threat response and build safety. When a partner stays present during distress, oxytocin rises, cortisol falls, and the brain updates its template for connection. EFT basically teaches the body, this time when I reach, someone reaches back. CAP, or ketamine-assisted psychotherapy, temporarily quiets the brain's default mode network. It increases neuroplasticity and it helps clients access emotional material that has been locked away for years. With the right integration, especially EFT or EMDR, clients can rewrite attachment narratives from the inside out. Ketamine opens the door. Therapy walks you right through it. Polyvagal theory teaches us that safety is not a belief. It's an autonomic state when the nervous system feels safe, breath slows, eye contact is possible, vulnerability becomes tolerable, connection feels nourishing, and when it doesn't, the body goes into fight, flight, or freeze, or shutdown. Trauma survivors often spend years, sometimes decades, in survival states, even in loving relationships. And therapy helps by offering repeated experiences of co-regulation. Each time a client calms in the presence of another person, a new synaptic pathway forms and safety becomes learnable. Love becomes livable. Healing attachment requires alignment between the brain, the body, and the relational environment. It's not about erasing trauma, it's about integrating it. And as I'm writing in the integrative path, healing the attachment system is learning to inhabit love again. In the body, in the brain, and in relationship. This is the work, messy, brave, and transformational. If your body doesn't feel safe in love, or if your clients are stuck in loops that they can't think their way out of, this is where real healing starts. I'm Amy Wilhelmy, and this is Healing is a Messy Bitch. Make sure you subscribe and stay with me for the next episode. What stories shape your attachment? A guided exploration to start rewriting the narratives that keep love out of reach. See you next time.